I never believed in ghosts. Not really. Stories, sure, but I always blamed them on wild imaginations or too much whiskey. That was before we moved into 1841 Grace Street, before the walls started crying, before the screaming began. It was 1994. My husband Jack and I were desperate, cramped in a tiny apartment with our 6-year-old daughter, Clara, and barely scraping by. When we saw the listing for the house on Grace Street, a big old Victorian with a yard, for a price that felt like a miracle, we jumped at it. We should have known better. The real estate agent was nervous, her fake smile too wide. She brushed off our questions about the previous owners. "It just needs a little love," she said. The house smelled of mildew. The floors creaked, the paint peeled, but it was ours. At least that's what we thought. The first night exhausted, we barely noticed anything strange, until around midnight when I woke to a low, guttural moan echoing through the house. "Jack," I whispered, shaking him. "Just the house settling," he mumbled, but I knew better. Then came the soft, high-pitched crying. My heart dropped, Clara. I rushed to her room. She was sitting up in bed, clutching her stuffed bear. "Mommy," she whispered, eyes wide. "The walls are crying." I told her it was nothing, but I didn't believe it, and neither did she. Each night the noises got worse. Moans turned to wails. Clara stopped sleeping alone, too scared. "The house is sad, Mommy," and angry. Then the screaming began. At exactly 3:13 a.m., a blood-curdling shriek tore through the house, rattling the windows. Jack and I leapt from bed. Clara screamed, burying her face in my chest. We searched everywhere. Nothing. No intruders. No answers. Even the neighbors heard it. Desperate, I started digging into the house's past. What I found chilled me to the bone. In the 1950s, a family had lived here. A father, broken and violent, killed his wife and son before taking his own life. The daughter, a 6-year-old girl named Emily, vanished. Her body was never found. That night, when I told Jack, he scoffed, but when the screaming came at 3:13, he turned pale. It got worse. Clara began sleepwalking. We found her in the hallway, tiny hand pressed to the wall. "She's in there," she whispered. "Emily's in there." We decided to leave. Bags packed, we fled. We fled toward the car, but the front door slammed behind us. The house groaned, walls trembling. Then the screaming started again, louder than ever. The police came, but we were gone. Our car still in the driveway, suitcases abandoned on the porch. No one saw us again. Today, the house at 1841 Grace Street stands empty. But every night at 3:13 a.m., the screams return. And if you listen closely, you'll hear a child crying trapped inside the walls. I don't know what happened to Jack or Clara. I don't even know what happened to me. All I know is I'm still here, screaming, waiting.